Hey, what's up,
guys.
my G's?
Romeo, be quiet.
Today we'll be reacting to some of these cool videos.
By llama arts. Yes, they're. Wait,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
What?
Oh my god!
You need to restart it?
Oh no. Llama. Oh wait, I can just copy and paste that video. We're watching llama arts. Disturbing true Snapchat stories. Credits to llama arts. I watched one of their videos before. They're really good. And credits. And also llama arts. Please email me, please. 3, 2, 1.
Please.
Are you?
Email him.
Are you in here, Romeo?
Yes, I am.
Okay, let's go. 3, 2, 1, go. Disturbing true Snapchat stories. Ooh, scary.
This happened a week ago.
Okay.
Up until a few days ago, I went to a small local gym in my now previous New Jersey town called
email
Black
me
Bear
Llama
Fitness.
I have
One day,
some
I had
Snapchat
the
stories
misfortune
for
of
you,
running
Llama
into...
What does that say back? Wait. No.
Also, so this video is short though. It's only 4 minutes and 45 seconds.
Yeah, that's why we're gonna react to another one after this. Okay. It says we can turn that Frankenstein you see in the mirror every morning into a Frankenfine. Dang. Okay. Also, that's crazy. They're calling you Frankenstein.
Fortune of running into some skinny, awkward, yet creepy-looking kid, probably 18 years old.
Ooh,
He didn't look like he belonged in a gym at all. I had headphones in and I was doing my set when I heard him saying something to me.
Disgusting! Look at his shoes!
No way, bro.
This
Got
man
the
got
flip
the BCG. This man got the DC Jesus sandals. What the heck?
Muffled by the music. I was already annoyed with this kid, given that he was breaking an unwritten rule of the gym. Don't try to talk to somebody when they're doing their sets.
Yep.
I took my time finishing my set, and then took my headphones out to ask if he needed something. Then he started acting like I looked familiar, but right away I knew this kid was just trying some pathetic attempt at making friends. I assured him I didn't, but the kid wouldn't stop talking to me. I skipped most of the conversation, but eventually he actually asked me for my Instagram and Snapchat, weirdly enough, and for whatever reason I gave them to him.
Why would you give it to him?
Instead of just saying something like, buddy, I'm trying to work out,
Maybe
or I don't have social media. After I gave him my Snapchat and Instagram, however, I did kind of urge him to let me resume my workout. He finally seemed to get the message and walked away.
He's doing nothing. This man is just walking around.
Not without saying bye like 3 times though.
What? Does this man have the... What the?
That night I got a snap on my phone saying from Sean.
Wait, who?
I immediately sighed and said, oh no.
Oh, no.
Just wondering why the hell the kid would snap me. I opened the snap.
Ew, bro. Watch him post the snap in front of the guy's house.
Oh, this man... Bro, imagine. This man looks... This guy is not straight.
And the kid was in a creepy, weird pose, face way too close to the camera, with his head resting in his hand, and a half smile on his face.
More than that.
The text over the picture was "Hey" with 2 Y's. I muttered the words.
Oh, dang.
For the record, I'm a guy, which made this even more weird.
Yeah.
My thought process was, I've had enough of this loser already.
Oh, dang.
I'm gonna remove him and make it clear I don't want to talk if I see him at the gym again. And so I did. I removed him minutes after he sent that snap.
Hey, why you unfriend me, bro? What is this man watching?
I'm sure not even a minute later,
Aquabots?
again, a message popped up on my phone, saying Snapchat from Sean.
Oh.
I waited a few minutes before opening it. This one was even creepier. Now the kid was
What is behind, bro?
This man is
sitting up on his bed. No smile, more of a surprised, angry expression. The text over the image said, "Why did you remove me?"
You're dead.
Now I went as far as to block him, meaning he couldn't snap me anymore. And that was that. I threw my phone on the desk and sighed out of relief.
Man's about to pull up with the
Half an hour later, my phone goes off, saying Sean added you as a friend, and then Snapchat from Sean.
Man's about to pull up
He
with a
actually
shotty.
made a new account.
Bro, this man is desperate for friends.
I opened the snap
Or more.
and felt my heart drop.
Oh no!
I
I
beg
told
your
you he was gonna
pardon.
take a picture
This
of him in front of
man
me.
pulled up!
I
It
told
was a
you he was
picture
gonna take
of
a
my
picture of
front
himself
lawn.
in
The
front of
text
the
over
house.
it answered.
Oh dang, I gotta censor.
The first thing I could think of was, how did he find my address? Then I realized, Snapchat made that new map feature that lets you see where your friends are.
Wait, really?
Oh yeah, I'm never getting Snapchat.
I don't have Snapchat, and I never plan to get Snapchat.
And
Somehow I had the balls to open the window to see outside. It was clear out there. I shut the window and the blinds and started considering calling 911.
Bro, just do it. Why not?
call
There
it,
was a
my
sound
boy,
of
or you
taps on the
dead.
window.
You're dead.
I took a deep
Bro,
breath,
I am
and with
scared
one
now.
swift motion, I pulled up the blind and the window at the same time and pulled the kid into my room by his neck.
Okay. Ow!
I punched him in the face a few times before he was out cold.
Bro really fought back.
Now I called 911.
Bro really
By the
pulled
time
him
they in. arrived,
It's
he
like
was awake,
punching him.
cursing me out, promising he'd be back and kill me.
Why is his arms tied?
Just turn him up.
Wait, what?
Promising he'd be
Wait,
back and
what?
kill
Wait,
me.
say that?
Called 911.
Wait.
Him in the face a few times before he was out cold. Now I called 911.
He didn't tie him up. What?
By the time they arrived, he was awake, cursing me out, promising he'd be back and kill me. The cops heard it all. I didn't even have to make a case. The kid was an idiot. Luckily, the timing of this worked out well because I just moved a couple days ago out of
thank
state.
God, bro.
Only thing that worries me, I don't want to have to make a new Snapchat account, but anytime somebody new adds me on the app, I'll never know if it's secretly that Sean kid again.
Imagine he just sends another selfie. Hey!
Oh, what? Okay, bro.
Okay. Mom arts, bro, this is actually kind of cool. The art style's kind of funny, but I like it.
Right?
Okay,
Thank you guys for watching.
No, we're not done.
And the
We got
next
one
one.
more.
Oh, okay.
Because
Bye, next video?
remember, it's way too short. Okay. Llama Arts, I see you. This is really good, actually. Llama Arts. So, credits MJV. This video actually looks
It was a
really cool.
completely normal, boring
It does.
school day. I was in 7th
I
grade
like
math,
ours, though.
and the clock showed
Sounds like the
2:45
same voice,
p.m.,
though.
which means the school day was
because
nearly
it's
done.
voiced over by Mr. Nightmare. I know the voice.
Okay.
As it was a Friday, and spring break was just around the corner, you
He
could feel
voices
everyone getting
every
antsy in their
horror video
seats.
by Llama Arts,
A lot of people had tests and whatnot.
Are these all his
My class got
stories,
to have
Mr.
fun.
Nightmare?
Oh,
We had a super laid-back
he just
teacher
reads
who loved to
from
entertain us
alphabet.
as much as possible.
Okay.
We lucked out in that sense.
I know, I've watched it.
Me and my girlfriend Haley were messing around in the back,
Okay.
talking about something that occurred earlier that day. When it happened, the alarm for the lockdown went off, and the principal came over the loudspeaker. Now, for some context, typically a teacher would yell lockdown 3 times if it was a drill. We were always told if it was 4 times, it was not a drill. The reason for this was to hide the fact that we knew someone was in the building with malicious intent. 4 times we heard the word lockdown. Now, I've gotten so used to hearing it only 3 times that I paid no attention to how many times lockdown was even said.
Oh,
The teacher did the usual, turning off the lights, closing the door, and ushering us to the back corner of the room where we couldn't be seen from the glass on the door. Our classroom had 2 doors, one at the front and one at the back.
Why
In the midst of all the commotion, me and Haley did the one thing you should never do in a lockdown. We snuck out of the class.
You stupid!
We're now in the hallway on
How?
the-
Wait, how?
Wait, they did what?
They snuck out of the classroom? Doesn't the teacher look after you in a lockdown? Even in the
Yeah, they should. Wait, rewind it.
Wait,
I didn't hear it.
look.
In the midst of all the commotion, me and Haley did the one thing you should never do in a lockdown. We snuck out of the class.
Stupid little idiot!
Now in the hallway on the 3rd floor.
You
It
stupid
looks so
Okay.
weird. Not a single person in sight other than the 2 of us.
Are you
Sort of
stupid,
humming
bro?
noise came from the walls, indicating the school had cut all the
Why
power.
would they even do it?
I thought this was weird.
Even if
Because
it was
it
a
was
drill.
a
drill.
Even if it was a drill.
Hey, why would they cut off the power if it's just a drill?
Because it's not stupid!
This was when we really started to question if it was actually a drill or not. But with us being stupid teenagers,
Now
we
you're gonna
brushed it
die
off as
with your
nothing.
girl! Stupid
Continued
little
roaming the
boy.
halls when we started to hear a sound. We got really creeped out by this, as no one was supposed to be outside the class. Fearing it was a teacher, we ran into the nearest bathroom to hide. We ran into the fourth stall that was tucked into the corner and hid. We sort of just sat there, giggling, thinking we outsmarted the teacher. Maybe about 30 seconds
they
had
about to
passed,
die.
and we started to hear the footsteps again, but this time much closer. My heart froze.
This guy's
We
dead.
could tell it was right outside the door.
Oh,
At this
I feel
point, we
scared.
were sure we'd been
Bro,
caught.
bro,
We kept
when
as
you're
quiet
wearing
and as still as
headphones, You know
possible.
when you're wearing headphones, like sometimes it'll like make sure like it goes across your ear at the same time. To headphone to headphone, it like travels over. That's what I'm feeling, and it sounds real. Ugh.
Hoping not to make a sound. It was really weird though. The person outside hadn't come in yet, but they hadn't left either. If they left, we would have clearly heard their footsteps leaving.
You're gonna be leaving
Never heard
the
them.
face of the earth.
Haley pointed this
That's
out
what
to
you're
me,
really-
and that's when we started taking the situation a bit more seriously.
Oh, a little bit of seriously. There's a person not doing that to the door, and I'm just gonna take a little seriously.
A little seriously. Like, are you stupid?
Are you stupid? I mean, why would you hide in the bathroom? The classroom is way safer. Maybe
Like 1,000 times
Maybe
safer.
because, like, well, no, that kind of sounds actually selfish. Wait, never mind. I'm not gonna say that. Okay.
The door opened, and someone stepped in.
Oh, no!
I was about to walk out of the stall and apologize for sneaking off when Haley stopped me. She whispered to me, "Isn't it protocol for teachers to ask if there's anyone in the bathroom?" She was right. This wasn't normal teacher behavior, and that's when the heart-dropping realization hit us. Whoever was in the bathroom with us wasn't a teacher. While contemplating what to do, the silence was broken. "I know you're in there." My heart dropped as the person said that. The voice was younger, and it obviously wasn't a teacher.
Oh,
We
no!
were practically crying at this point,
Oh,
unable to
don't
hold it
cry
back.
now, because it's your
The guy was
fault!
now directly in front of the stall door.
You
He
don't-
started pounding on.
What's wrong with his pants? Are those pants or shoes?
I guess shoes. No, they probably
Who
pants.
got his shoes cut off?
I know.
And also,
the door and screaming like a madman.
Oh no! Oh, that kind of looks. That animation kind of looks nice. Okay, I see you.
As this was happening, though, I heard the door open again, followed by the familiar voice of my teacher, Mr. Taylor.
Hey, what the hell are you doing?
I heard a scuffle outside, and I immediately rushed to aid my teacher. Eventually, we got the guy held down, and the cops
Ugh, what is it? Okay.
were called. Apparently, and was an escapee from a mental
Man's chin. Ew. Bro has a speed bump on his chin.
Can
asylum
you
near the
stop
school,
pausing it, bro?
and thankfully, no one got hurt.
Is
Except for this guy's. Okay, this is the last time I'll pause. Except for this guy's feelings. Oh, look at this man's haircut. What did he do to his barber? My gosh. You see the guy in the back?
yes.
This man.
No one got hurt.
Oh, and they're all smiling so normally. What the? Bro, I hate this.
I don't know if any of you guys remember
What the hell? I don't remember. I don't remember.
Joseph, stop
a
Okay.
few years ago when a sort of killer clown craze shook America for a
Oh,
few
yeah.
months.
It was in like 2016.
This all
I used
happened
to
during
always
that
see those
time.
videos.
I always remembered me and my friends thought it was funny, and we'd always watch those clown caught on camera videos that were really
I
popular.
think
at
I
lunch.
remember a video like this.
Although
Yeah,
our
no,
laughter
yeah,
turned
you-
into fear
yeah, okay.
when we were made aware that a few of those clowns on Twitter threatened to come to our school at 11 a.m. that day and
Oh, and
quote-unquote
we're
kill all
taking
of
it
us.
as a joke.
Luckily,
Bro,
the
they
school
said the
picked up on
police
this,
arrest them
and they
because
sent out
they
emails to
tracked
the
their
parents that they had scheduled a planned lockdown at 10:30 that day in response to the threats. I was sitting in history class when I heard the familiar sound of the
Oh, God,
lockdown
you're
alarm,
dead, bro.
followed by the teacher rushing
Wait,
to
no,
the
that's
windows
not
and
funny.
door, locking and
Laugh,
closing
bro.
them.
Why did I laugh?
Even though initially the
Literally.
threat freaked me out, I wasn't worried at this point. I reasoned that it was most likely just another blank threat online, and that nothing would happen. After about 40 minutes of silence, sitting on the cold floor in the corner of the room,
Why are y'all
the emergency
smiling?
green flashing light turned off, then followed by the air conditioning slowly falling silent, and then the hallway lights switched off.
Oh,
The school had cut the power, but why though? At this point, me and my classmates were staring at each other. We all knew that something real was going on, as the
except
school
for that
never
one.
cut off the power unless something serious was happening.
And
After 10 minutes or so, we could all hear a faint banging noise from down the corridor, shortly followed by heavy and fast footsteps. Someone was running down the hallway. They started banging on the lockers and screaming. At this point, a few girls started quietly crying. Just then, the most terrifying thing ever happened. The man, dressed as a clown, ran up to the class door, banging and screaming. Multiple people were crying now, and one of my friends whispered to me in complete seriousness, saying we were all gonna die. I have no shame in admitting that this caused me to start crying too. I then heard the loud sound of glass shattering. The man had shattered the glass part of the door, and I could see his arm reaching through to try to unlock the door from the inside. I was frozen and in complete disbelief as to what I was witnessing. But luckily, my teacher reacted quickly, grabbing a piece of shattered glass from the ground and stabbing the man's arm so he could unlock the door. He instantly grabbed his arm back, and you could hear his screams of pain. He then quickly stepped away from the door, and his screams slowly faded down the corridor. After another 2 hours, the principal came on the loudspeaker, explaining everything. He said that just after 11, 2 men walked into the school, one holding a kitchen knife. They ran around the school, threatening to kill students and trying to break into classrooms. But once the police raided the school, only one of them was caught, and it wasn't the one who tried to break into our classroom. After the whole event, the school got over 20 buses to take the younger kids home, and the kids 9th grade and over, like me, were told to walk home in groups and call the cops if we saw anything suspicious. I had a hard week at school after that experience. I was always thinking that the men would return, this time with a gun or something, but nothing happened. This, nonetheless, will be scarred into my mind forever. Ever since the lockdown, the school has hired a few more on-campus police officers, and they've installed some auto-locking features on doors and windows. This has made me feel a little bit better in school, but this isn't just an experience you can simply forget about.
Okay, that story is very scary. I don't know if that's real or fake, cause in 2016 there was like stories of people getting like killed by, oh no, not killed, but like reporting sightings of killer clowns, which is very scary. And yeah, I don't know how well, no, it's just hard to believe that's real, but like there's so much, it's kind of like chilling. And we're gonna take a break real quick, and